it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
You know, a legend sits beside me here. One of the great actors of all time. And as Italian-American, he's one of the great Italian-American actors of all time. I have to tell you that. Tony LoBianco. A round of applause for Tony. Great to have you here. Look at this guy. Early in the morning, looking dapper. Look at you.
Can you imagine this early in the morning?
Yeah, you look good.
Oh, yes.
You look great, man.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
And you're doing the Little Flower.
Yes.
Was great. We saw you at the Saccone Theater.
Yeah,
and
you were fabulous to come.
It was great. It's full house.
Thank you.
It just, I don't know how you do it. A book, like, I can't believe.
I know it's an hour and a half, and it's, you know what it is? I'm inspired by it. I'm inspired by the words. I'm inspired by the message.
Yeah.
And it's more than acting. It's more than the theater and so on and so forth. It's dealing with what is important in our lives.
Yeah.
And it gives an idea of how government should be run, and support to our veterans, to our police, to all the people that matter and important in our world and our country. Yeah. And it covers all the problems that are going on today that were happening back in Fiorello LaGuardia's time.
So relevant. Everything that you said was great like that. It was great. A great choice of work that you do, Tony, and everybody, especially if you're thinking about going into theater, you have to see Tony LoBianco live on stage. That is just, it's a one-man tour de force. Now, he's performing. Tony, this is my longtime friend next to me, performing tomorrow night as Fiorello LaGuardia. And Judy Isaacson Schaffer is here, founder and president of Heroes to Heroes Foundation. This is a spectacular foundation, and I want Judy is here to tell us about it, because Tony is doing this as a benefit for Heroes to Heroes. And God bless you, Tony, for always helping out the veterans, man, the military, law enforcement. All right, and listen, before we get into what you're doing tomorrow night, Frank Morano would like to be invited to your next Christmas party. Frankie Five Boroughs.
Right. I heard that the last time I was there.
Hi, Elise. Beautiful, Elise. I love your Yankee hat. Look, is that the funniest thing, though? The first thing Frankie goes, did I get the invite? He goes, who showed up? I said, everybody was there.
Everybody but him.
Frankie.
I may try to keep it that way.
No,
everybody but him.
No. You got to bring five. Al won't go anywhere. You can invite Big Al here with his teacher.
No, my answer will be no.
Yeah.
It's always no.
He never shows up. So, Judy, hi, Judy. How are you, sweetie? Good to see you. Sweetie, I'm a guy. Is that appropriate? Can I call her Sweetie? I'm old.
You're Italian, and you can say it.
It's okay.
You're a real person. You know what I mean?
Judy, tell us the great work you're doing with Heroes to Heroes.
Thank you so much, Joe, and thank you so much, Tony, Elise. Heroes to Heroes provides a spiritual healing and peer support program for veterans and law enforcement many who have attempted suicide or just are really on a path to self-destruction.
Yeah.
And, you know, the issue has been very, very horrific in the veterans community.
So
22 a day.
That's amazing. Those stats are just unnecessary and amazing. So you take these soldiers, the men and women, with this post-traumatic stress disorder, you take them to Israel, and being in the Holy Land, it turns their lives around.
Right. A very important part of healing is spiritual healing, reconnecting with your faith, building that foundation. And I looked at a lot of veterans organizations, a lot of organizations in general, and most of them are not touching that.
Yeah.
You know, there's no government funding for it.
For you.
So, yeah, for us,
because God forbid
not.
you take them and you mention the word God, that there's a problem there, correct?
So our goal is to help them rebuild their faith, reconnect, forgive themselves. So much that they do, we don't realize. We send our soldiers to war. We send our police officers on the streets. They're in their own war in many ways. And they're involved in a shooting. They're involved in an altercation with the public. There's a lot of guilt.
Yeah.
They need to forgive themselves. And that's what we help people do.
God bless you for what you're doing. That the Heroes to Heroes Foundation now. And what's the Heroes to Heroes Blue Foundation? Is that for police?
Yes. We have sent over 200 veterans on this program, and the results are remarkable. Extremely, extremely successful outcomes. We've had police officers who are also veterans on the program, And they have asked us to start a program for law enforcement because they know how successful this can be.
Yeah.
The suicide among law enforcement is growing. There are a lot of issues, a lot of challenges, a lot of PTSD, and if we can stop it, we're going to.
God bless you, girl. And Tony LoBianco stepping up like he always does. You gotta see Google The Common Soldier. This great documentary that Tony narrates from the book. And Tony, what made you have this great allegiance, certainly to this great country, but to law enforcement? I go to your house with a beautiful Elise. You have this beautiful apartment there where I'm going on the Upper West Side. Where am I going? Commissioner O'Neill is in there. Commissioner Nigro from the FDNY. I mean, how did you draw this alliance, and why are you so dedicated to law enforcement?
I think you do what you're supposed to be doing, which, if any kind of success that you achieve, the reason for it is to give back. I don't understand what other reason it's for.
Yeah.
To me, it's very normal. That's that's what you're supposed to do. So with that, by doing that a lot, people notice, like the commissioners and like the people, like Judy, the great Judy, and they come to where you want them to come to and help out in the causes that we want to do, including you, Joey. Yeah. You're the best. You're a dear friend, and look what you do. You know, that's exactly, you can answer the question as well, because you're a prince in what you do, too, and you give and give. And that's what we do. That's what we do. Gary Sinise, our dear friend, is one of those people. Joe Mantegna, a lot of wonderful people. They happen to be Italian. But, excuse me about that, but in every chance I get. But anyway,
hey, listen.
I'm just saying.
I do have to say, Joe Mantegna is hosting our golf outing in Los Angeles on October 1st at the Riviera.
Look at that. He is so great. You know, I was with Joe. We roasted him. Dina Martin roasted him at the Dina Martin roast, like her daddy did. So I was out there. Joe was out. What a sweetheart of a guy. So dedicated to law enforcement and the military as well.
Yes.
And it's great that we stepped out, because sometimes there seems to be a tenor in previous administrations where it was almost anti-law enforcement, Tony. Anti-military.
Yes.
I mean,
anti-country.
Little minor detail, huh?
A minor detail, if you take a look.
And these are the people who keep our doors locked at night.
That's right.
And, we don't realize we sleep at night because they lock the doors.
Yeah. Judy, thanks. Heroes to Heroes is the name of the foundation. Tony LoBianco is performing. How can we get tickets to your brilliant performance tomorrow night, Tony?
Okay, I'm going to let Judy talk about that.
Please go online to heroestoheroes.org, HeroestoHeroes.org, to purchase tickets for tomorrow night. That includes a reception and a question and answer after the show with Tony.
Okay.
We have a limited number of tickets available for our law enforcement and veterans. So please get online and send a quick email to info@heroestoheroes.org if you are law enforcement or a veteran to claim those tickets.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
It's a 7:30 curtain, which is a little earlier than usual. But so
where's the theater, Tony?
Oh, yeah, it's at 111 East 15th Street. Is it East, honey?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
15th.
Tony, I can't believe you're doing the whole thing. You got up early in the morning like this.
Well,
and you look great. You're a stage guy. You're supposed to sleep in. Give me a phone call. Hey, Joe, I just got up. Look at you, Dave.
Today I woke
Another day.
up with a spring in my step.
You're dapper with the
very unusual for me.
No, you look good with the matching handkerchief, the pocket square. I love this. God bless you.
That's why I'm married to my wonderful wife, Elise.
I know. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for all you're doing for the military and law enforcement, Tony.
God
Appreciate
bless.
that.
Thanks
Very
so
much.
much.
And if you get a chance, go see, as Joey mentioned, Just a Common Soldier. It is a video. It's only 5 minutes long, and it has received 24 million views so far in only less than 3 years.
It's one of the most moving things I've seen. I love you, Tony.
Thank you.
Thanks for making us proud as Italian Americans, brother.
God
and as
bless you.
Americans, you know what I'm saying?
As Americans.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless us.
Debbie, do
Everybody knows this guy. No, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.